So we have been given access to the brand new Yonex Nanoflare 700 range of racket.
And we're super excited for this to be our very first racket review.
So let's start with the obvious. And Yonex have decided to release two different colour schemes across the range. So obviously from the Tour to the Play, kind of silvery design, and then the Pro has a more unique, darker design.
So obviously this racket is part of the Nanoflare family. What do we expect from Nanoflare? Well, we're looking for that head-like construct. It's very good at getting a high racket swing speed, so it's perfect for that player who wants that fast attacking play.
So one of the biggest areas to consider when buying a racket is the flex of the shaft. Now David, why is that so important?
Well, it really comes down to your swing speed. So a high sort of flex shaft like we've got in the game and the play is going to help you reach those slightly higher swing speeds. It's going to help you sort of make use of your current swing. However, if you've got a sort of a good fast swing speed, maybe you're a high level player, a slightly stiffer shaft like we've got medium here in the Tour and the Pro, or even when you get to even high level rackets you've got quite a stiff shaft, where they're going to help you with accuracy and control, but you need that swing speed to make use of that.
So even though Yonex have labelled this racket for intermediate to advanced players, it's still the first choice racket for world champions from Korea in the mixed doubles, Sia and Che, as well as world number 2 in the mixed doubles, Arisa Higashino. So as expected, Yonex have chosen to use their signature isometric shape and frame. Now David, what are the benefits of this shape of racket?
So obviously we've got this isometric head compared to maybe the round head you might have in some of your older versions of racket. Now the benefit here is it increases the size of the sweet spot. Yonex is saying they've got more strings cutting each other at right angles, which is going to increase that sweet spot and reduce the amount of mishits you have, even at higher swing speeds. So what should you expect when it comes to the weights of these rackets? Well, the top tier racket here, the Pro, comes in two different variations, the 4U and the 5U, whereas the Play, Game and Tour only come in the 4U versions.
So what I've noticed compared to my current Yonex racket is this has a much wider frame, which enhances repulsion by minimising the warping effect during the swing, which creates a more stable face and frame upon contact, resulting in more speed. So we've told you what Yonex say about this racket, but what do we think? So what do we think about the design? Well, I think it's safe to say that when we pull this out, the racket head cover, it is very different to anything that Yonex have produced before. The Pro is certainly that's grown on me. I'm kind of someone that likes kind of the louder rackets. I think this kind of suits me, but a little bit unsure maybe about the other version.
Yeah, no, like you said, it's different. That's the best way to describe it. It's not my type of racket personally, but it might be something that you really like the look of. So what we've done is tested all 4 of these rackets in a variety of different scenarios you'll be in a badminton game. This is what we found.
So when it came to the drives, I'm someone that's used to using a head-heavy racket, so I currently use the 88D Pro. This naturally felt very different in the mid-court due to it being head-light. So I felt like I had to put a lot less effort into the drives, and the response time of the recovery was very different.
So we also tested these rackets around the net at some short, sharp exchanges, and this is where we felt a slight difference from the rackets we use. We both use head heavy and stiff rackets, and obviously this is head light with a medium flex, and that's just where we felt we lost a bit of sort of accuracy and control, sort of as you would expect. But if you are more of an intermediate player, you may not even notice a difference between a stiff and a medium flex racket.
So moving on to the defense. And what I noticed with this racket is I was able to get a lot more shots back due to its light frame and whippy feel. However, I did feel like I lost a little bit of power on the drives.
So we tested these rackets a lot at the back of the court, hitting a variety of shots. And what I found, I got really good control, particularly when I'm trying to manipulate the racket, hitting a variety of slices, stick smashes, full smashes. I felt like I could easily control what shot I wanted to hit. When it came to hitting a smash, I felt like I got a good amount of power and it still maintained accuracy on my shot. And I also felt after hitting certain shots, the response time of the racket allowed me to easily get ready for the next shot. So what are our overall thoughts on these rackets?
So let's start with design. And as we said in the video, it is very unique for a Yonex racket, and that will appeal to some people.
Now, when it came to the racket's characteristics, with the headlight design and that medium flex shaft, we actually feel it'd be fantastic for a doubles player. We found it really good in the mid-court, and then when it came to defense, we felt we could easily get shots back, being really responsive on that rebound of the racket.
So who is this for?
Well, I think really it could be for anyone, because Yonex have brought out this new idea of having sort of 4 editions of this racket. We actually think this pro version, absolutely anyone can use. We told you there's professionals using it at the moment, all the way down to their play version, which is actually, it keeps the same characteristics of their pro, just in a slightly more affordable, easier format.
So we hope you enjoyed our first racket review of the Nanoflare 700.
So if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure you head over to Instagram and give us a follow.